let's say you built in the sandbox and you've got people inside in the space that, for a brand, but could you also build a separate place in Roblox, but they can cross universes? I guess if that makes sense,
Yeah.
is that possible?
I think at the moment, not really. It's
Okay.
like, it's probably like if if you set up your account on Facebook
Mm,
and Instagram, they are somewhat linked. They got linked eventually,
mm,
but in the very beginning, they were very separate platforms, and
mm.
there wasn't much interoperability aside from the fact that if you can have one open in one tab of your screen and the other one in
Yeah.
the other tab, right? So I would look at it more this way.
Okay.
Although, of course, eventually, like bringing the Web3 aspect and logging with a wallet and potentially having assets that come with instances wearable for various worlds that will blend a little bit more.
Right.
But so far, it's really more of an individual platform, each of them. And one thing that I would say maybe is worth pointing out is that they also have very different points of access,
Mm,
because Decentraland is my favorite for many reasons, but only available on the browser, and if you download the software.
mm,
It is very open for designers and brands to create their own unique solutions. So that's the advantage here. But
mm,
there are platforms that are more available, like Spatial is available also on your phone and on your VR headset. And you
mm.
can have a crowd using various devices. They can be in the same virtual space. I think that's quite fantastic. While other platforms like Sandbox, as far as I know, is still only exists on Windows download, like installed program. So
Mm.
they meant to reveal something by the end of the year. I'm very curious to see what it's going to be, but.
Mm.
Yeah, I haven't seen the mobile application yet.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's talk about going back to brands. So, if a brand is interested in metaverse, yes, maybe they heard it's trending, there's all this money going into it. How would you advise brands to get into the space?
I think proof of concept is always a great way. Finding, maybe deciding to build something, a presence. So build their headquarters
Mm,
that and implement it in one of the existing platforms. I actually see that long term brands will probably try to build their presence in various virtual worlds.
mm,
I don't think there needs to be a choice. You can have your shop in Paris and in Milan. You don't need to choose. Like the same way it happens online. You can have your shop in Roblox and you can have your shop in Decentraland, and perhaps in Sandbox as well. So each of these platforms has slightly different features. So I guess to start with, it's good to have an overall idea what needs to be achieved, and then try and implement it in the preferred platform.
mm. Okay.
That's
Well,
that's that's probably an interesting one. I see brands like Gucci are testing the waters in different multiple very media at the same time, creating NFT tokens, NFT physical products that are related to digital ownership, etc. But not everyone can afford it, and
mm,
it doesn't have to be expensive. Actually, it's probably we usually compare like the proof of concept to like a good sized physical event.
Mm.
And the advantage here is that, this can last. So if organizing a single physical event is great, and it's a wonderful experience, but it expires very quickly. And especially in
Mm.
places like Hong Kong, it's quite expensive. The space is what is the most expensive. And then actually, in terms of maybe a little bit, sustainability angle, when we look at conferences or larger events that need a lot of decoration, that
Mm.
need a lot of unique setup, it all goes to waste, unfortunately. As
Mm.
soon as the event is over, nobody keeps it.
Mm.
So there's this, small sustainable element to digitalizing parts
Mm.
of it to keep the value for long term and avoid
Mm.
waste.